All right, beautiful people. Today, our topic is still the same. We're still talking about those fractions and decimal combo problems. But today we're going to focus on when it says fraction of, just like yesterday, only this time we are, and we still have the word remaining. All of that is still the same. The only difference now is that we are talking about, we're going to have to do some multiplying in there to find the prices of items, okay? Because it talks about how much money. So basically, same steps as yesterday, and we're just going to add a few things today. So it says, members of the chess club held a bake sale to raise money. Cupcakes and cookies were sold. So cupcakes were sold for $1 each. Cookies were sold for 50 cents each. The members sold a total of 288 items. So we know we're going to use that total of two. And it says, of the items sold, 2/3 were cupcakes and the remaining items were cookies. So we know when we're given a total and when we are given, so we have given a total and we're also given a fraction, we know we're going to multiply those things to find our number, okay? Remember, once we find our number, though, we're looking for money, and that's not a money, that's the amount of items, okay? So we're going to start with 2/3 of our total for cupcakes, okay? So I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to label, this is cupcakes. I'm going to make that pen a little thinner, there we go, cupcakes. And we know we're going to take the fraction, 2/3, and that's of our total 288. We're going to multiply, and that whole number is going to go over 1. And then we're going to use the rule top times top, bottom times bottom. We've been doing that on our homework quite a bit. So then we have 288 times 2, and that's going to be 576. And 3 times 1 is 3. And we know we can't leave it with a big cowboy, so we're going to cowboy and horse divide. I'm not going to divide on screen because I think you guys know at this point how to divide, but I do label my cowboy and horse. And then I'm going to finally solve. 576 divided by 3 is 192. Again, I didn't show you the division because at this point you guys know how to divide. So how many cupcakes were there? There were 192. So cupcakes is going to be times 192, and that's going to mean that cupcakes cost $192 because 192 times $1 each, okay? And then I know that if there were 288 total items and we take away 192 cupcakes, remember that is our remaining word. Remaining means to subtract from the total. So this was cupcakes. Then that will leave us with our cookies, okay? So cookies down here. So 8 minus 2 is 6. We can't take 9 from 8, so we have to borrow. 18 minus 9 is 9, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So there are 96 cookies. So cookies times 96, and that is going to equal times 50 cents. Let's come over here and do the math really quick. So if 96 times 0.5, right, 50 cents. So that's 30. 9 times 5 is 45, plus 3 is 48. And we had 1 decimal place, so 1 decimal place. So it cost $48 for our cookies. So it says, how much money did the chess clubs raise from cookies? Okay, so how much money did they raise? They raised $48. And you'll notice that like the 96 is on there, and 96 is a Joe because that's not the money, that was the number of cookies. So don't fall for that. All right, and that is your reminder on this problem. So your prove it STAAR question, a student ran a distance of 3.5 miles each day for 5 days. Then the student ran a distance of 4.25 miles each day for the next 5 days. What was the total distance in miles the student ran during these 10 days? So on this problem, it's similar. We have some combined fraction and whole number problems. And we know the word each means to multiply. And so we know we're going to take and turn our fraction into a decimal. Okay, so mixed numbers like 3.5 will need to change into a decimal. And then it says, then the next day, again, there's our keyword each. And on this one, it still means multiply. And then we would say, how do I find the total? I would find the multiplication of these two and the multiplication of these two. And then I'm gonna add those numbers together. So total, we're gonna add our two distances together. All right, and remember each means to multiply. All right, go try that one out.